On today's Live Daily News, the deadline to file for a place on the March primary ballot has passed. We'll tell you who filed. We'll tell you who's running. One woman is sent to jail for a hammer attack, and another is going to prison for running over her boyfriend in a bar parking lot. Those stories and more. I'm Yantis Green, and this is Live. Business in 2024 requires a reliable, fast internet connection. And let me tell you, you're in for a little secret. When San Angelo Live launched this exclusive live stream video content initiative, we shopped around for the fastest, most reliable fiber network in San Angelo and found Conterra Networks. We are connected to the internet via Conterra's 1 gig up and 1 gig down fiber internet. Conterra Networks provides access to a business-oriented network. That means to bring you this live stream, we aren't competing with your kids' downloads of those 3 gig large game downloads for a Nintendo Switch. We require serious internet to broadcast live to 5 major platforms like YouTube and Facebook. If you're in business, you're serious like us, and that means you need a serious internet connection. Call Todd Smith at Conterra Networks to get serious about your internet at 325-716-8340. That's ConterraNetworks.com, where you can call the Conterra guy on his cell phone for a no-obligation quote. That's Todd Smith, 325-716-8340. In news, a San Angelo woman has been sentenced to prison for running over her boyfriend in the Gizenhums parking lot on Beauregard back in January. According to court documents, 41-year-old Blanca Cajas of San Angelo ran over her boyfriend after a fight. Cajas is also accused of leaving the scene of the crash. Security footage shows her red Lincoln Navigator drive forward while the man was standing in front of the vehicle. Then the driver fled the scene in the car. Cajas pleaded guilty to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and was sentenced to 6 years in state prison. Read more of that story on sanangelolive.com. Also, the deadline has passed for candidates to file for a place on the March 5th, 2024 primary ballot in Texas. In Tom Green County, 15 statutory offices are on the ballot, but only 3 will be contested. State Representative Drew Darby has drawn a candidate from Big Spring in Stormy Bradley. Precinct 1 Tom Green County Commissioner Ralph Holscher is challenged by Michelle DeRusso, and Precinct 4 Constable Randy Harris is not seeking re-election. There are 2 candidates for that seat, Gary Cole and Thomas Bigham. Just before the deadline last night, Democrats Danny Cardenas filed for Precinct 1 County Commissioner, and Mercedes De La Cruz filed for Precinct 3 Commissioner. Cardenas will face the winner of the Holscher race in the November general election, and De La Cruz will face incumbent Republican Rick Bacon. Read more on sanangelolive.com. Also, a San Angelo woman is behind bars after being arrested for breaking into her neighbor's house and attacking him with a claw hammer. Elsa Salas Martinez, 51, was arrested by San Angelo police for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Police say they were flagged down by a man in northeast San Angelo about a hammer-wielding woman who attacked him. Police arrested Martinez. She's being held on $15,000 bond. Turning to weather, an impending shift in the weather pattern by midweek could result in widespread rain and the potential for minor flooding across San Angelo and the Concho Valley. According to the National Weather Service, the outlook shows an increase in unsettled conditions from Wednesday with a 70 to 90% likelihood of rain, primarily Wednesday through Friday. There's a 40% chance of rain throughout the day on Wednesday, 30% chance Wednesday night and Thursday, and then there's an 80% chance of heavy rain Thursday night. We'll keep you up to date on any changes in the weather on sanangelolive.com. When we come back, Cover One's Ryan Chadwick talks about the Texas High School Football State Championship games, and the Angry Cactus's Tim Condon visits to talk about their New Year's Eve dinner. But first, here's a word from the Bass Bunch.
If you're looking for a spacious SUV, this is probably a top pick. The rear spoiler and the roof rack just add to give it a sportier and more polished look. Oh, did I mention we discounted it $6,000 off MSRP?
Get a new 24 Nissan Murano Platinum and get $6,000 off MSRP. Jim Bass Nissan, Houston Hart at Arden Road, or 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
Don't you just love it?
The Texas High School Football State Championships are here, and Cover One is headed to Cowboy Stadium in Arlington to bring all the action from this week's games. From 6-man to 6A, we will have all the exciting coverage beginning on Wednesday and ending on Saturday. Be sure to tune in all day tomorrow as we begin the state championships with some action-packed 6-man football action. In the first matchup, one-loss Westbrook battles undefeated Gordon. Kickoff for that one is at 11 a.m. Later, the undefeated Benjamin Mustangs duel the unbeaten Oglesby Tigers at 2 p.m. Finally, we conclude our state championship coverage on day one with the late game between 2A Toller and Timpson at 7. Our coverage will include highlights, stand-ups, and the post-game press conferences after each game. And of course, for more sports around the Concho Valley and beyond, be sure to check in every day at sanangelolive.com/sports.
Humans break barriers. Now the world's most innovative cars are totally obsolete. We've broken the water barrier. Perfectly planned for under 40 grand. Presenting the world's first water-powered car.
No matter how careful you plan, it can come out of nowhere. Together, let's hold the negligent accountable.
For over 20 years, you have helped Carpet Tech make a real difference at Christmas with your donations of new unwrapped toys for local children in need. 'Tis the season once more. Buy one room of carpet cleaning and get one free. Give your toy donation to our technician when he comes to clean and you get a free room of carpet cleaning. All donations support Children's Advocacy Center. Give a gift and get a gift of free carpet cleaning from Carpet Tech. Will you help us make a local child's Christmas a little brighter this year?
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Matt Cutrer with San Angelo Live. And today in studio, we have a really special guest. Today we have with us Tim Condon, the owner of Angry Cactus. Welcome, Tim.
Thanks,
Good
man.
to have you here. And today we're going to talk a little bit about their famous chef dinner that's on New Year's Eve. So, Tim, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so every New Year's Eve and every single Valentine's Day, we do this amazing chef's dinner. And what it really is it's a collaboration between our culinary kids as well as all the people that are involved in the back of the house at Angry Cactus. Nice. And we come up with a 5-course meal. And it represents the time of year. It represents the occasion, which in this case is New Year's Eve. And so we're starting off with a 5-course meal. And at the very end, you know, it finishes with the beautiful poached pear. So we're starting all the way from the beginning with a tradition and finishing it off with an amazing dessert.
Man, that sounds incredible. Is there any way you'd give us a little sneak peek of kind of what's on the menu? Maybe a couple of... Yeah?
So one of the coolest things about what we do is, like I said, we get this collaboration with the culinary kids and all the back of the house. So we always start with the tradition, the black-eyed peas, right? And, nice. You know, the collard greens. And then our next course is the winter salad. And so to me, a winter salad has beets and seasonal nuts, right. Goat cheese. You know, we get amazing goat cheese from down in Cristobal, Texas.
Oh, nice.
And then, you know, Peter, one of my guys, came up with an idea for a soup. Instead of doing the third course, typically like an intermezzo, we do a soup this year with the butternut squash soup.
Nice. Yeah,
and
okay.
Then finally, we have the entrees that everyone can choose from. And so one of our favorite things that we do at the Angry Cactus is we do a lot of wild game. And in recent times, on the menu currently, we have Nilgai antelope. Nice. And so Nilgai is one of those amazing antelopes that it's such a good eating venison, right? It's such a good eating wild game animal. It's not very gamey.
Yep.
It has a lot of good meat texture, and you can serve it medium rare, and it can be very, very tender.
Nice.
Even though there's not a lot of fat in antelope, right?
Yeah.
And so that's going to be one of the choices. We're also going to have a choice of the stuffed chicken. It's going to have brie and some cranberries in it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, finishing with lobster gnocchi. So if you are the seafood type for New Year's Eve, we do that. So those are our 3 entrees. And then, of course, we finish with a poached pear.
Okay.
And the poached pear is going to have some different cream elements. And we're also going to do like a little baklava-style crisp to kind of give a little texture. And that was Alicia's dessert. So that's kind of cool how we kind of collaborate, right? I think any artist, it's good to collaborate with the crew and kind of create a one-track vision, right? And in this case, it's a 5-course meal for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. And what I think is interesting about that is we talked a little bit about the antelope in particular comes from you said the King Ranch, right?
Yeah, the King Ranch.
And we were discussing, you know, a lot of people around these areas now that they're kind of have become part of Texas wild game, the axis. A lot of people have eaten axis and love axis meat. It's very lean. But like you were saying, you were telling me it can be a little gamey, whereas this antelope is a lot less gamey, but it's still really lean, which is really cool.
So it's really a beautiful meat because it kind of takes the place of both worlds. So like I didn't want to do a steak this year. I thought, what a great idea to do antelope, right?
Yeah.
And so the bigger picture of that is that this antelope is an invasive species in Texas. It's actually an Indian antelope.
Oh, interesting.
And then secondly, it's got such a higher meat content. It's much more meaty antelope.
Okay.
But the portion that we use, we cook it to almost a rare, but it eats so tender and it's so beautiful and it's not gamey at all. So it's such a great protein.
Nice. Now on something like that, I'm just curious if you're serving that and someone says, I'd like mine well done. What do you say to that?
Yeah, so we would highly recommend not doing that. And the main reason for that is there's not a lot of fat.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're going to dry it out and it's going to basically ruin it. But, you know, we prefer to cook it about medium rare, but we'll cook it however you would like.
Sure. Yeah. Cool. And that dessert, any chance you could tell us just a little bit more about that dessert?
Yeah, so we're going to actually have Greek yogurt, a poached pear, a little baklava crisp that we're going to make out of phyllo dough. And then, of course, some of that wine reduction that we poach the pears in that liquid, we're going to reduce that down to a syrup and use that as like a little plating plate.
Okay. Yeah. Very nice. Well, very cool. So tell us what time is this event and what's it cost? How do we go about getting involved?
It'll be $75 a person. And then we need reservations, so it'll start at 5 p.m. and go all the way till about 11 would be the last reservation.
Okay.
$75 a person. We got to call ahead. 703-6999 is the phone number.
Gotcha.
And we can get you scheduled on there, and it'll be a great evening.
Okay. Man, looking forward to it. Guys, don't miss out on that. It sounds like it's going to be a delicious night. New Year's Eve. Thank you so much, Tim Condon, for coming in. We really appreciate you. Yeah. And back to you guys.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Conno's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Conno's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Conno stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Conno's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
And that's our show for today. Be sure and join us tomorrow for more news, weather, and sports. Till then, for the team at San Angelo Live, I'm Yantis Green.